Little Miss Whoops by Roger Hargreaves. Little Miss Whoops is one of those people who have accidents all the time. She has lots of little accidents, like when she's trying to make lunch and drop the eggs. Whoops. And she has big accidents, like when she painted her bedroom and tripped over the paint pot. Whoops. Every morning when she makes her cup of tea, she spills the milk, tips over the sugar bowl, drops the tea bag, breaks the biscuits, knocks the cup of tea across the table, and starts it all over again. Whoops. Some days it could take hours before she leaves the house. Little Miss Whoops really is the most accident-prone people in the world. Well, not quite. Little Miss Whoops has a brother, Mr. Bump. He is just like his sister, if not worse. But that's another story, which you may have read. Every year, Little Miss Whoops travels by train to visit her brother for a week. She set off last Tuesday. Oh, that boy is reading a Mr. Bump book. And the back cover, it has a lot of Mr. Man. It's so This Tuesday, Mr. Bump looked at his clock, which is lying on the ground. He had just knocked it over. His sister was late, a whole week late. And why is Little Miss Whoops late? A chapter of accidents, of course. While her train was waiting at a station, she somehow or other tripped and fell off the train. Whoops. And then she somehow or other tripped and fell into the back of a lorry, which took her to Seatown. Whoops. Where somehow or other she tripped and fell into a boat, which went to another country. Whoops. She had to wait nearly a week to get another boat back. And another lorry. And another train. Little Miss Whoops was exhausted by the time she finally reached her brother's house. "I thought you were coming last week," said Mr. Bump. "It must have been a long trip." "It was," said Little Miss Whoops. "Would you like a cup of tea?" offered Mr. Bump. And you know what evolved, don't you? They spilled the milk, tipped over the sugar bowl, dropped the tea bags, broke the biscuits, and knocked the tea all over the table. What a mess! Whoops. "Oh, look at the time," cried Little Miss Whoops, knocking over the clock. "I got to go if I got to catch my train home." She grabbed her suitcase and rushed out the door. "Goodbye," she called. "Goodbye," called back Mr. Bump. "See you next year." Mr. Bump waved the doorway till she rounded the corner. Then he closed the door. But as he did, the door handle came off in his hand. "Poopity poop," said Mr. Bump. "No boy, that's Bummer Food, this cat. Why is Miss Whoops Mr. Bump's sister?" I technically would say that they're both best friends, and actually, I have seen her 2008 counterpart. Technically, she has eyeglasses. Technically, she has a bow and a pink nose. And actually, duh, I was thinking. But I think it's some egads. I'd like a piece of it. Whoops, I didn't mean to say that. I had never tried scrambled eggs, but then you should positively go get your piece of tea. Oh no! It's like almost. Whoops, I didn't mean to do that. You fuck.